You don't need Netflix, you don't need cable. Hop on YouTube, welcome to the hood table, where we chop up local and global events vocally. You don't really wanna miss out on these conversations. Just joke a little, laugh a little, get that wine in your system, fill your glass a little. Expose current events, talk trash a little. You never know, these opinions might clash a little. They addicted to the content, got them binge watching. You don't like it, then you want invited. Bet your friends watching in the house and in your job parking lot before you clocking. They don't wanna miss a second of this HT content. Everybody think they got something to say, so it's an open invitation, bring it to the table. But if you come whack, just know we ain't buying in. We gon' probably turn your back and tell you sorry, try again, Yeah, welcome to the hood table. You don't need Netflix, you don't need cable. Yeah, welcome to the hood table. You don't need Netflix, you don't need cable.
Hey everybody, happy hump day. What's going on with you all? Please make sure you come on in and like and share the video, please, and thank you very much. Thanks for joining me on this hump day, on this Wednesday evening. We about to have a little rush hour conversation. But yes, please make sure you like and share the video. I'll just be discussing a few things today with you guys, and please feel free to engage in the chat. At the end of my commentary, I'll drop the link just like I normally do. If for anybody who might want to add to the commentary, want to come up here and engage with me on the commentary, add some insight to the topics. But first thing first, like, share, and subscribe. Hit the notification bell if you happen to be new here. Feel free to support the goal by super chat or by Cash App. Send a Cash App $sign the hood table 402. Now, you guys, so while I was working today, so anxious to get off because today was just one of those days. I just did not want to be at work today. I even posted something on Facebook. What did I post on Facebook? Let me see if I can pull it up. I posted it on Facebook and I posted it on my IG. Sometimes you have one of those days at work and you just be like, fuck this shit. I don't want to be here. I don't want to be here no more. And so I had posted something on Facebook. And matter of fact, one of my homies had it on their page. And they had posted it on their Facebook. So I kind of like copied it and clipped it. And then I posted it on my social media. But hold on. As a matter of fact, I think I'm going to make a t-shirt. Y'all know I do t-shirts. So I think I'm going to make a motherfucking t-shirt. Hold up. Let me see this shit. Yeah, this will be a nice t-shirt. Let me title it. Let me save it. I'm going to save it Funny Work T-shirt. That's what I'm going to call it. But okay, so let me pull this up so y'all can see it. Because as soon as I posted it on my social media on Facebook, one of my Facebook friends was like, God dang it, I was just literally saying this shit like an hour ago about my job. So, somebody else was feeling the same way, the same doggone way. And it says I have too many fucking pictures. So let me delete a pic so I can add this picture on here. But yes, please come on in, like and share the video on your way in. We about to get into some topics, some shit that I seen on the YouTube B Sector streets. And we're going to start off with Lady Nika and Uppity Ups. Okay, here's a shirt. I hope y'all can see it pretty well. But it says, what I see at work. And then it has like a clock. And then it has, fuck this shit. That's how I was feeling today at work. I'm like, if somebody asks me one more motherfucking dumb ass question, like... That's how I was feeling today. Like, fuck this shit. And it's sad when you're saying fuck this shit and you work from home, right? Y'all know I've been working from home for almost damn near 10, 11 years. So, sometimes that working from home just make you feel some type of way. Like, you're here by yourself. You ain't got nobody to vent to. You ain't got nobody to talk to. No co-workers to meet at the water faucet or the water fountain. I was just feeling this type of way. So I posted this on my Facebook and on my Instagram about work today. And some of my friends on Facebook were like, man, that's exactly how the fuck I feel right now at work. But yeah, so it was one of those days. So I couldn't wait to get off of work and come on here and chit chat with you guys. But while I was working in between work, I was watching a few videos, and that's a motorcycle that just went by really, really loud. See, that's the one thing I have to pay for when I live on a motherfucking corner lot. I hear everything: motorcycles, ambulance, buses, kids, dogs. I hear it all, you know, when you live on a corner lot. But yeah, so but anyway, what's up, Jay Dunn? Hey, Tay, baby. What's up, baby? Come on in, you guys. Come on in. Let me get this off the screen. So, first topic of the rush hour: Lady Nika and Uppity Ups. Now, the other day I was talking about Lady Nika and Uppity they had gotten to a little riff. And see, it's so weird because Uppity, she had commented on because I did commentary. You know, I when I do commentary in the B sector, I literally just talk about what I saw and what I heard. What I seen, what I saw, what I heard. That's literally what I do. I try not to put 20 on 10. You know, I try not to put too much sauce on it. You know what I mean? But so anyway, as far as like the video that I made yesterday, let me go to the damn it. Fuck. Okay. Okay, here we go. Okay, so the video I made yesterday was titled "Not Too Much Going On." And so under the video, Uppity had made a comment, and she said something like, I got it all wrong, or something like that. I got it all wrong. I didn't know what she was talking about. She said, you got the story all wrong. And I was like, okay, well, maybe when I go live today, she can correct me on whatever I got wrong. Because basically, literally what I said yesterday was, I saw Uppity's comment in KRN chat. They was talking about taxes and people begging for money, and Uppity had put something on his in his chat, and he highlighted it, KRN, and it says something like they over there taking all their subscribers' money, some shit like that, right? So somebody screenshot it, sent it to Lady Nika, and Lady Nika was going off about it, and Uppity hit her panel, or hit her link, and I guess they had kind of had a little tit for tat. And then she dropped down or got dropped, and Lady Nika commenced to cussing her out, whoop, whoop, whoop. Then she got P-bombed. Lady Nika got P-bombed, and then she struck up another live, and she continued to go on about Lovely Love and talking about her parenting and being a bad mama and all this other type of shit, and how Nika was saying how she, when all the people was coming at Uppity Ups, she would be the one, like one of the ones that really wouldn't be going in on Uppity or talking bad about her being a mom, or talking about her parenting, or talking about this, or talking about, when we heard the slap, when people heard her cussing out her daughter, and, different things like that. And so basically, Lady Nika, she been going off, child. Lady Nika been off the porch. I heard her go off on Uppity. I heard her go off on Dimps. I heard her go off on One-Eye Wiley, Cross-Eye Wiley, whatever y'all call him. So yeah, she's like, fuck this shit. I'm not taking this shit no more. I don't be fucking with y'all motherfuckers. But Lady Nika's like, fuck this shit. You come for me, I'm coming for you. So I guess she felt like Uppity was coming for her. So when I heard Uppity on TMO's panel, she was saying, because Lady Nika had dropped down in TMO's chat, and I guess she felt kind of moved by the spirit to apologize to Uppity, but only for going off on, her daughter, or maybe saying something about her daughter that she should not say. Now, I heard all that Lady Nika said, and I was like, oh, shit. That was some popcorn dragging. That was some let me refill my drink dragging. Lady Nika was going on and on and on to the break of dawn on Uppity about how she felt about, the things that she said. And so over at TMO's, Uppity was saying, well, everybody should know when I'm talking about the trifecta, I'm talking about Bree and I'm talking about Pizza. So I guess Lady Nika feels like if you're talking about the trifecta, which a lot of people have, named them. The three, Nika, Bree, and Pisa. Then Lady Nika, I guess she feels like included in that or whatnot. But Uppity was, I guess, trying to say that she wasn't referring to Lady Nika. But then Pisa was like, she lying because Pisa said KRN was talking about them. And then she made the comment, Uppity made the comment, KRN highlighted it, and Pisa said KRN agreed. And Pisa said in her comment in TMO's chat that people are pocket watching, and so is Uppity. So Lady Nika, she just wanted to, apologize for what she might have said, if she said anything about, because, for the most part, even in the B sector, if somebody's dragging somebody who they think is a bad parent, they try as they might to keep it on the parent. And it can be kind of hard to keep it on the parent. Because if you're, let's say, for instance, we're discussing uppity ups, and people saw the court papers and the CPS, and on the court papers, it said on the documents, the kids came to school dirty, they came to school smelling, they came to school hungry, they came to school, whatever, that was what was in the court records, what we're going to go off of. So if we're discussing that, in a way, people can say, oh, you're talking about somebody's kids. No, but on the other hand, people will say, no, I'm talking about her as a parent, the way she sent her kids to school. So it's it can kind of be a thin line, when you're talking about a parent's, because people, even with Ness, a lot of people be going in on Ness about her parenting, how she gave up her son to her brother to raise and blah, 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 blah. And that's like one of the first things people drag her for when they get into it with Ness. Obviously, that's what they drag her for the most. And she might have felt like that was the best thing to do in that time of my life, to give my son to my brother to raise or whatnot. And maybe she even planned to getting him back later. And maybe the whole plan was just to let her brother raise him till he's grown. I don't know. But my point is, a lot of times, when people be dragging her, they'll say shit like, oh, why y'all talking about her and her kid? Why y'all talking about woo, 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 woo? So that's why I say it's a thin line, even if you're just talking about somebody's parenting, when you throw in the shit that might have happened to their kid. You know what I mean? But anyway, Lady Nika, she was like, you know what? I blacked out. Lady Nika said, I blacked out. She's tired of everybody thinking she's weak. She says she don't backpedal a pussy pop, but she wants to clear her conscience. So that's why she said, I apologize if I said anything, specifically about your daughter. That's what she said. And so she said, Uppity, this is what she said in TMO's chat. She said, Uppity, I'm a decent person. So in my anger, I do apologize for anything I said about Nyla. She's innocent and I'm out of line. Now you don't have to accept it, but for me, I apologize for my words. And Lady Nika said, TMO, please make sure Uppity reads my comment. So TMO, she highlighted the comment on the screen. And then she said to St. James in the chat, I will face judgment day one day, and that will not be held against me. I'm not trying to be her friend, trust, and believe. That's because she's extremely mean. And then I guess Uppity was on the panel with TMO saying she wasn't talking about them. She wasn't talking about Nika. She wasn't. And that's when Pisa in the chat was like, she lying. She lying because she said that comment when KRN was talking about them. So Lady Nika apologized, but she definitely said she ain't apologized to him because I guess Uppity went on what's her name, YTC this morning and said that Lady Nika apologized. So Lady Nika came live and she was like, let me make this motherfucking crystal motherfucking clear, bitch. I didn't apologize to you. I apologize for anything that I might have said about your daughter. So Lady Nika wanted to make that really clear. She went live earlier. She was like, she said, and if that's going to get me into hell, what I did say about your daughter, then let me raise the heat up right now so I can get acclimated to the heat. But yeah, Lady Nika, she had me cracking up. But Uppity was over there on her shit too. Uppity was over there. Uppity made 2 videos. And what's up, Unconscious? How you doing? Jeff Lutz, what's up? Hey, I think I said hey. Yeah, I said hey to J Don and Tay Baby already. But yeah, Uppity, she went live a few times today, and she was over there dragging Lady Nika. But Uppity ups, how you gonna call somebody Snaggletooth? How you gonna call somebody Snaggletooth? Uppity ups, Uppity. Child. The way I hollered, and I was working in between calls with clients, the way I hollered when I heard Uppity talking about Snaggletooth and Uppity. Child, that's like Lemon calling Wiley cross-eyed. Oh, my bad. His name is Jordan Dash. My bad. That's like Lemon calling Wiley cross-eyed when Uppity called Lady Nika Snaggletooth. I was like, hold up, don't Snaggletooth me. You ain't got no teeth. Now, Uppity, we didn't all see your mouth, girl. We all see your mouth. No top, no bottom. No top, no bottom. Okay? I ain't trying to drag Uppity, but that shit was funny as the fuck. I was like, woo. Okay, anyway. See, that's why I'm talking about fat bitches, because I'm fat, right? That's a fat bitch talking about another fat bitch, like fat on fat crime. Oh, okay. Snaggletooth on Snaggletooth crime. Cross-eye on cross-eye crime. That shit don't make no damn sense. Okay. But that shit was funny as fuck. But speaking of the Jordan Dash, okay, my next little topic was, because, I'm only going to try to get y'all hour, 60 minutes or less, right? So, I heard that Lemon, oh, damn, Jordan Dash. I can't. He does not look nothing like a Jordan or a Dash. He don't look like a Jordan or a Dash. That's like, why couldn't you change your name to Apple or Lemon or Pear? I mean, Lemon, Apple or Peach or, Pear or Lime. Pepper. Asparagus, like any other fruit or vegetable, but I can't do it. I can't do the Jordan Dash. What up, Taylor? How you doing? I cannot remember. I am never going to remember to call him Jordan Dash. Never. We've been knowing him as Lemon for like how many years? Like 6, 7 years. He's been Lemon, and now we supposed to call this motherfucker Jordan the Dash. That's crazy. But anyway, Jordan Dash, aka Lemon. The big Lemon, not the little Lemon. I heard that he was over there trying to come on to Trish. Y'all tell me that's a lie. Please tell me that's a lie. Please tell me that's a lie. Somebody was like, how many old women is he going to try to come on to in the sector? But then I'm like, some people say he's straight. Some people say he gay. We know for a fact that he done, had some of his clothes off behind the scenes with like Rick Reed and some other motherfuckers. Who else was that? Was it Rick and who else was it? Was it Karen? Damn, why can't I remember? And then he been behind the scene with other women and getting booby pics and all kind of stuff like that. And I know for a fact Tracy done saw his peen pic and different things like that. So maybe he's bisexual. You say he's washed up, and whoever supports him saw how he did Trish. How did he do Trish? What did he do to Trish? Is that why she's saying that he's out here? He tried to come on to her, and she said she felt uncomfortable. Now, Trish, I do believe is married. I do believe Trish is married. What up, Brown Beauty World? How you doing, love? You said he done a lot of people dirty. Oh, yeah, that's why a lot of people be trying to take his channel. Every channel he get. That's why he on here calling himself Jordan Dash. But yeah, it's a sad thing when you burn all your bridges. But one thing that Big Man TV did say to Lemon, Big Man said he dropped down in Lemon's chat and told him he needs to go to rehab. He needs to go to rehab. Big Man TV was over there trying to get some advice to a few people. He said Lemon needs to go to rehab. And he said Bree needs to do, well, rehab. I mean, not rehab. Big Man TV said, take it from me, being overweight, being over 600 pounds, and me going to heaven and coming back. Big Man literally said he been to heaven and back. He didn't go into all details on his live that I saw, but going to heaven and back means to me that you had a life-altering experience and you could have been taken out of here, but by the good grace of God, by the holy grace of God, he's still here among the living. Among the living. He's on his weight loss journey. He's in the hospital still. You know, he lost almost 130 pounds. He was 6 up, now he's like 490. I was like, Big Man, I can tell. I don't know how long it's been since Big Man been on here, but I can tell y'all, when I was over there looking at Big Man, I said, this don't look like the same Big Man. I mean, he's still funny and joking and, you know, all that kind of stuff. I ain't trying to drag. I'm just doing my commentary. You know how he be. And even his face. Oh, my God. Big Man's face, his complexion, his color. It's amazing. It's amazing. And I had to tell him in the chat, I said, I can tell you've been doing the work, brother. You've been doing the work. I don't know what happened to you. All I know is he said he'd been to heaven and back. And he said he's in the hospital. He's been in the hospital or in some type of healthcare facility. And he's working on his weight. And he's working on what he eats. He was trying to give advice to Bree. I know Bree ain't going to take it. Not throwing shade. But I just know. Y'all ain't gonna get on here and talk about Bree's weight and she ain't gonna come back at your ass. So I already know if Bree say something, she gonna say something funny or something smart. But yeah, he did tell Bree, congratulations on graduating. But he was telling Bree, you need to work a little harder, Bree. He was like, take it from me. Now again, one fat bitch to the next bitch, I ain't about to get no fat bitch no advice. Especially when I'm not over here. I'm just chilling. I ain't even gonna hold you. I'm just chilling. Okay? I'm chilling. Chill. But anyway, I don't even think I'm big enough to get, well, I guess it don't matter I think to get weight loss surgery, you only got to be like maybe 100 pounds overweight. I don't know. I'm so used to watching my 600-pound life and seeing them motherfuckers at 600, 700, 800. I'll be thinking that's how big you need to be to get surgery. But I really don't think you have to be that big to get surgery. I think you could probably do it if you're 100 pounds overweight. So if you're 200 and you weigh 300 or 350, you could probably get the weight loss surgery then. So yeah, I don't know. Y'all need to call. What's that doctor name down there in Texas? Ask him. But yeah, so anyway, Big Man TV is being he was on his panel just being Big Man. It was so good to see him. I mean, so good, because when I had heard that you know, the word on the curb was that, you know, something, you know, fatal had happened to him. And Big Man TV did express that he was kind of feeling some type of way when it was nice to hear that people were thinking of him and reaching out and trying to contact him and, you know, hitting him up behind the scenes and, you know, trying to contact him to make sure he was okay. But he said he was feeling some type of way when people was going around saying, you know, of his demise, that he wasn't here anymore. And he was like, Big Man ain't TV. I ain't going nowhere. I ain't left none of my girlfriends. You know how Big Man TV is. He got all kind of girlfriends on this motherfucker. Okay? Big Man TV got all the girls. He got all the girls. He got all the girls. But He was like, I ain't going nowhere. I'm getting myself together. I'm, trying to get back on my feet so, he can get back out here and be his jovial self like he, normally is out here, kikiing and shit like that. But it was so good to see him. I saw he went live the other day, but about the time I tuned in, he was gone. He was done with his show. So I happened to see he was live earlier, and I dropped down and chit chat. And he had a nice little crowd over there, nice little crowd, people telling him, welcome back. Good to see you. Glad you're doing well. Good luck. Keep pressing on. Keep moving. Keep working. He in the gym and all that kind of shit. So I am proud of Big Man. That's a lot of weight to lose for anybody. Losing weight is hard as the fuck. Losing weight is hard as the fuck. I know from experience. I've been up and down that motherfucking scale so many times in my life. Losing weight is hard. It's really hard. And as I said, and as a lot of people have said, people think it's an easy way out by getting surgery. Child, the people I know, even the ones close to me that I know that had the surgery, some of them to this day wish they never had it. So many problems, so many hospital trips to the ER, so many sick days and nights, so many vomiting, and just so many bad things can happen even when you lose weight, and then you can always gain it back. And you gotta pray that you leave that damn operating table alive. So, and then after that, you got to deal with all the excess skin and getting infections if you don't get your skin clipped off and all that kind of stuff. And a lot of people, they can't even, afford to do all that type of shit. And it takes a lot for insurance companies to even get you to, agree to have you having the surgeries and then having the skin surgery and then all that. It's a lot. It's a lot. So, they do recommend people who are not really extremely morbidly obese to just find some type of alternative. Go, speak to a food nutritionist, go to the gym, get a trainer, shit like that, liquid diets, different things. But Big Man is doing okay. Big Man is doing okay. So that's my second topic. My third topic is, you said everyone try to get him advice, but you can lead a horse to water, but can't make them drink. That's true. Hey, Mary Carey, I didn't see you sneak in here. What's up? How you doing? Unconscious Conversations. Noble, how you doing, love? So my next topic, I got 30 more minutes now. My next topic was, again, Trish said Lemon was trying to get with her. I don't know how true that is. If somebody heard anything when I dropped the link, please let me know. If that's really true, if Trish is just, out there being comedic, just, I don't know. But anyway, let me know if that's true. The next topic is, okay, so Mia and RY is going to start a segment. And they're going to, I guess, flip-flop on each other's channels every Sunday, I believe. And I think it's going to start this Sunday on March 8th, I believe. And it's going to be called Girl Talk. Now, this I am really looking forward to. Y'all know me. I like to watch B-sector shit, but I also like to watch regular shit, regular conversations, grown folk conversations, relationships, children, the world, trending news, celebrities. I like to discuss all kind of shit, not just the B-sector. So for them starting this Girl Talk, I really wish them the very best. I really hope that it's going to be something that they can keep going for the females in the sector and people outside of the sector. Because the thing about it is when you're discussing shit that's not sector based or based on the B sector, then you can fall into it. Sometimes it's slow, but you can fall into another algorithm on YouTube. And that has been the case for me. Trust me, that has been the case. My most highest videos is from trending news and celebrity news. My lowest videos is from B sector shit. So it always cracks me up when people say, oh, that bitch over there, she only got 50 views or she only got 100 views, discussing the B sector. But I got videos with hundreds and thousands of views, and that ain't on B sector shit. But anyway, I guess they're going to be discussing different things pertaining to women, dating, marriage, children, being single, being in a relationship, addictions. I'm just reading some of the shit that Envy has showed on his on his show. Self-esteem, healing, like accountability, self-esteem, courage, confidence, influence, leadership. Health is wealth, healthy recipes, workout routines. They're gonna be covering all kind of topics. Maintenance. Every girl needs a good maintenance, okay? And you ain't gotta be high maintenance to have a little bit of maintenance, okay? You do not have to be high maintenance. Child, let me tell you something. I had stopped getting my nails done. I used to get my nails done until all these things start happening to different women, like they getting infections and fungus and rumors of nail techs not really cleaning their equipment. And then I'm a cake decorator, so when I'm making colors with my frosting or my fondant or decorating and stuff, a lot of times with my nails I couldn't get the fancy shit that I used to get, with the rhinestones and all the kind of different designs on top of the nails. I can get like different colors, but still with that, if my nails chipped and I'm making frosting or something like that, it's not healthy. It's not, now I want to say healthy, it's not sterile for me. It's not sanitary for me to have long nails with all kind of shit on them and shit like that. It just wasn't working for me. So it was a lot of different reasons why I stopped getting my nails done. My toes, yeah, I still get my toes done, especially in the summertime. But even things like that, just getting your nails done, your toes done, getting your hair shampooed, going to get you a massage. A lot of things, we might not even be able to afford all the time. And that's when you skip certain processes. Order you some shit from Amazon. Order you a little foot tub. Order you some little, some baths, some salts, and some different, order your own little feet cleaning kit and, your little pedicure kit and all that kind of stuff. If you can't afford to go out there and do all that shit all the time, like some people, you can still pamper yourself at home. Have a girls' night. Get your girlfriends together. Y'all do each other nails. Do each other eyebrows. Who can arch? Who can do toes? Who can, just get your girls together, massages, whatever. Just have a whole girls' night. Get you some drinks and shit, some snacks. But definitely, maintenance is very important for women. Very important. And again, it don't have to be high maintenance. So a lot of the topics that they going to be discussing over there, and I'm sure it's going to be many more like that. Like when Riggs and I got together and we came together and joined together to do our show, From the Block to the Hood Table, we had an idea of the different type of shit we want to discuss. We knew that we didn't want to discuss B sector shit. We want to discuss anything besides the B sector. Now, sometimes if you watch us, we might be like, oh shit, did you hear what happened over there? We don't get all into it, but sometimes what we're discussing might hit something close to something that's going on in the sector. And we be like, yeah, like that shit over there. But we don't get all into it because we try to shy away from that during our shows. And what up, TSWOCOV? How you doing, Taylor May? Did I speak to you, boo? I think I did. But yes, I am looking forward to that. Now, they said it's going to be on Sunday. I don't know what time, though, because, Riggs and I go live at between 9 and 9:15 Central Time and 7 to 7:15 p.m. Pacific Time, Cali time, Midwest time. So I'm hoping, I ain't trying to tell nobody when they could go live. I ain't doing that. But I'm hoping that it'll not be during our time so I can watch. But if it happens to be during our time, we still gonna do our Thug Thizzo. Our Thug Thizzo, and I'll just have to watch the replay. And speaking of us doing our Thug Thizzo, I'm gonna talk to Riggs and see if we can come up with something for April, because April will be our 1 year co-host versary. Okay, it is going to be we did our first show on April, I want to say April 9th of last year. So next month will be our 1 year co-host anniversary. So I want to talk to Riggs and see if we can come up with something fun, to celebrate our 1 year, because y'all, yes, time for Carrie. I can't believe we've been doing this thing for a year, and it's so fun. I'm so glad that he came up with the idea. When he approached me with the idea, he was like, Hood Table, I want to do this thing with you. I want to do a show with you. And I'm like, what kind of show? And the first thing I said was, I don't want to be discussing no B sector shit. Not on our show. We can discuss whatever the fuck we want any other time of the week, of the month, of the year, on any of our other shows and panels. But on our show, I don't want it to be about the B sector. He said, neither do I. And we started working on it, and we didn't know how long it was going to last. And the thing about it is, when you have those shows with people, sometimes they can go so horribly bad, right? We done seen like way bigger YouTubers and people on social media fall out, and it'd be so ugly. Like, it'd be so ugly. But I'm so glad that me and him and I are like-minded people. We have like the same, kind of goals, same kind of outlook on life, same type of outlook on, children and, family and, things like that. We neither one of us are into the dragging of kids and ancestors and dead people and all, we're not into that. We always say we know where we are, we know what sector we in, and we know what it gives, and we here for the fuck shit, right? But as well as a lot of this shit can be entertaining, some of this shit can be very sickening as well at times. And so that's when you always got to know when enough is enough, when you got to pull away, when you got to take a break. And somebody said something the other day about they don't like, who was we talking about? We were talking about 50 and T.I. the other day. And they said they don't like 50, but they have to give it to him. He's a very smart man. He knows how to make money moves. He got to do da-da-da-da-da. And I said it's the same thing with the B sector. There are some people in this sector who we like, but we don't like when they do certain type of things. But overall, we still like them. And that's the whole reason why we're in the B sector, because we know fuck shit happens in the B sector. A lot of us will never leave the B sector, because it can be really entertaining. And we have met some great people in the sector. Some of y'all, regardless of what Jay Wilson say about no friends on YouTube, some of y'all have made some really good friends, some long-standing friendships and relationships outside of here, just like I have. Just like I have. I have people with my phone numbers. People can hit me up anytime. Some people follow me on my social media. They see me, my family, my friends, like I see their family, their friends, that, you know what I'm saying? You can have relationships with people on YouTube outside of YouTube, but my warning is, and always will be, when you see certain people do really fucked up shit on here, like really below the dirt bullshit on here, that ain't the type of people I want a relationship outside of YouTube. When you see people on here dropping receipts when they fall out with people and dragging people, it's entertaining to watch, but I don't want to kick it with that type of person behind the scenes. And that's just facts on facts on facts. It's all good on here, laugh, kiki, ha ha. But oh no, you'll never be behind the scenes with me on no friend type shit, or no. Because as Maya Angelou say, when they show you who they are, believe them. And that's real shit. And we see it all the time. Hey, Just Andrea. Hey, Boo. Hey, Byron. Hey, Love. We see it all the time. How many people have been friends on here and then they fall out? And then they say, well, I didn't know they would do that to me, but they seen them do the same shit to a whole bunch of other motherfuckers right here in front of their face, under their nose. And then when the same shit happened to them, Well, I didn't ever think that they would do it to me. I didn't ever think. I would have never thought. Now I see why people say this. Oh my God, why didn't I see? Why didn't I? Child. It'd be so fucking hilarious every time that happens to somebody. And people were like, bitch, we been telling you that, motherfucker. And, oh, well, they never did it to me, though. Mm-hmm. Mm-hmm. So I watch how people move. Because in real life, I don't fuck with people like that. In real life, I don't fuck with people like that. YouTube is entertaining. It's an entertainment platform. You know, you turn it on, you turn it off. You can walk away whenever you want. But in real life, I don't want nobody doing all kind of fucked up shit to people in my real life. And I'm sitting there like, you did what today, mama? You did what today, child? You did what? How I know you ain't gonna say something about my grandbaby, my little Ace. My little Ace with the face. Shit. Oh, y'all, speaking of Ace, I'm going to upload this little video of him coloring. Child, I don't want that boy to color me no more. I don't want him to draw another Yaya till he probably like 10 or 11 or 12. Child, his mama sent me a video, and it was on like his little tablet or Sketcher tablet or some shit, and he drew his mama, he drew his daddy. Then when he got to me, oh yeah, he drew his other grandma. Then when he got to me, he's like, they said, okay, now draw Yaya. He said, okay, I draw Yaya. He drew this weird looking face, the hair. I was like, oh, they look so cute. I'm like, no, I look horrible. But no, for real, it's cute. It's cute. But I was like, oh no, we're going to have to work on your drawing. At least put all my hair on my head, boy. Put all my hair on my head. At least put all my teeth in my mouth, boy. Teeth was all on my chin. You know, he's only 4. He's trying. We still working with him to get in the lines. I was over here. He was over here and spent the weekend with me the other week. And so we was in his room at his desk and we were drawing and shit because he loves when I draw with him and, you know, play his games and shit. He just don't be over here, right? Yaya be having Yaya and Ace time, okay? And so we were coloring. I'm trying like, no, Ace, in between the line, in the line. He just be, and so I'm trying to color and no, Yaya, no, that's not how you do it, no. All right, fuck it. I'm drawing all outside the line and all that kind of shit. Like, what the hell why am I listening to this 4-year-old? But child, I love my baby. I love my baby Ace. He is so adorable. I just love him to death. And he's starting kindergarten this year, so I cannot wait. And what up, Riz? How you doing, love? You know, I was just talking about you and how we started our show, and how we came up with the idea to start the show and wanted to talk about all kind of different things and not the B sector, right? So I brought that up because Envy's girl, why did I say that? I didn't have to say that right. RNY and Mia is going to be doing a show starting this Sunday. I don't know what time. If it happens to be the time we do our show, I'll have to catch the replay. But it's going to be called Girl Talk. And I was just saying how I hope it's successful. I hope they are able to collaborate well and, you know, their topics. And I hope they, you know, and they're going to flip-flop like we be doing. They're going to be on her panel one week, Mia's panel the other week, you know, stuff like that. And I was just wishing them the best. And I was talking about how some people, when they become co-hosts and stuff, it either don't last or they fall out or they end up, you know, and I was just thanking God, you know, that you and I haven't had no fucked up issues like that. But I also brought you up because next month, I was telling the folks, it's our 1-year host-versary. Riz, it's our anniversary. Hey, next month. So Riz, we're going to have to do something fun with our supporters. I don't know. I might even drop some cash apps on some people. I might even, y'all know I make t-shirts and all that kind of stuff. I might make some shit and send it to people, for supporting us, because we do got some true supporters who've been supporting us from day one. And every time we go live, every time we rock from the block to the hood table, they are there. We might be low in numbers, but our supporters who've been supporting us, they stay supporting, and we can see the difference. We can definitely see the difference from when we started to now. And I just see us just being successful, in the future as well. So definitely say copy my motherfucking stuff. Ooh. We gonna have to talk behind the scenes. But yeah, I do want to come up with something. I think that's so fun. I'm like, April 9th. I was going back to look because I knew it was coming up soon. And I was like, April 9th was the first video we did on his channel. And then the next week we did my channel. And we've been bouncing back and forth ever since. Except for when we take a little hiatus or a little vacays, in between, or take off for family time or whatnot, holidays. But other than that, we be here. We be here for y'all. We be here on our shit, thugging it out on Sundays. Okay. But yeah, so I think I covered all my topics. Let's see, Lady Nika and Uppity, Mia and RNY, Trish accusing Lemon of trying to flirt with her and come on to her, and her saying he was making her feel uncomfortable. I don't know how true that is. Lady Nika, I did discuss how she was dragging Uppity, and she also jumped off the porch with Dimps and Wiley. And that was crazy how that happened with Wiley, because Lady Nika happened to just be in the chat. Just being in the chat. And Wiley was up on the panel. And Dimples and Queen Tosa, and it was so many people up on the panel. And I guess when who was it? Somebody mentioned Lady Nika's name. And Wiley was like, oh, you mean the Lady Nika, the one that was scamming, or the one that be begging? He said something about her. And she must have hit that panel. And she was like, I know you ain't talking, motherfucker. Not the Wiley who was running around motherfucking Walmart threatening people and threatening that you had a bomb and all kind of shit like that, having a psychotic episode. Not the Wiley who was down there talking about at the library fighting and kicking over library books and shit, talking about in the tail. Not the Wiley who had people buying him TVs and cars and beds and getting him car insurance, and not the Wiley who didn't have nowhere to stay and had to stay with his friend. He had to move out of town and get a place to stay. Child, Lady Nika said, you one-eyed, cross-eyed motherfucker. Child, that shit was so funny. That shit was, I love when Lady Nikki come out her bag and come off the porch. She was like, you talking about not the Lady Nika. She was like, not the Wiley that I was. But anyway, that shit was good. But yeah, I guess Lady Nika and Uppity, I don't know when that shit go in. I don't know how long it's going to go in. But again, when Uppity Ups called Lady Nika a snaggletooth, I was like, I know Uppity Ups. I know Uppity ain't forgot she ain't got no top or no bottom. She ain't got no top or no bottom. And she calling Lady Nika snaggletooth. You know what? On that note, I'm out of here, y'all. Like and share the video. Subscribe to the Hood Table if you happen to be new here. Hit the notification bell. Feel free to hit the super chat or the Cash App, y'all. That was our rush hour for the day, okay? You guys stay safe, be blessed, remain vigilant at all times, and always remember to keep it hood. I'm out. Bye.